Nemanja Matic for Star Casino Sport. Hi, Nemanja.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I know, I'm fine. Rome is fantastic. Do you like Rome?
Perfect weather.
The sun.
Much better than Manchester weather.
I know. Also London. Also London and Manchester.
Yeah, London is okay sometimes. Yeah.
Manchester's bad.
Manchester, no, only raining.
Only raining. I know that you speak very well Italian.
I'm doing my best. I'm practicing always with our teacher, Claudio.
Claudio,
and,
yeah.
He is doing very good job with us. So I'm improving.
Are you improving? Okay, but we make an interview in English. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I try the best.
Yes, you
my
told
best.
me that you want in English to practice your English. So
Yes. Your nickname here in Rome, the AS Roma fans that gave you, is Professore, the professor. Do you like it?
I like. I think he's nice.
You teach football in the midfield.
Yeah, I hope that is because of that.
Yeah. Yes, you're a great midfielder. But I know that your nickname when you played in England, Chelsea, Manchester United, is the Wolf, Il Lupo. Is it true or not?
Yes, that was when I played Man United, not Chelsea.
Not Chelsea,
Man
only,
United.
okay.
My teammates, Marcus Rashford, and this young generation, they give me that nickname. Maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, because I always find a way in training to win, and so they said I'm real Wolf.
Yes, Mr. Wolf is an actor, no? In the Pulp Fiction, Quentin Tarantino film, yes. Yeah. But the Wolf is perfect because it's the symbol of AS Roma.
Yeah, but in that time we didn't know that I will come to AS Roma.
I know. About Manchester, when you were in Manchester, one day Jose Mourinho, your coach, said, Nemanja Matic is Jose Mourinho player. What's the meaning? It's fantastic because you have a fantastic relationship with Jose.
Yeah, I think that's positive. Everyone knows who is Jose Mourinho as a coach. So I hope that one day people will say that I was Jose Mourinho on the pitch. So that's, I think, very positive, and thanks.
Yes, for your loyalty, no, with Jose. So
yeah, we work a couple times together, 3 times.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of that. People are sometimes laughing and they make fun, but it's good, I think, when this kind of coaches, they respect you. That means a lot.
Yes. What's the difference between the Premier League and our tournament, Serie A?
I think Premier League improved so much in last 10 years. Financially, all clubs are very powerful, and all clubs improved a lot. They have good managers. They buy only the best players. So I think it's not a big difference between top clubs and how we call small clubs. Okay. So I think in England doesn't exist anymore small teams. They all have good coaches, good players. So
with organization.
With organization, with training grounds, with supporters. So there's a difference, of course, and the quality, of course, is there. And when we speak about Serie A, I think between first 5-6 teams and the others there is big difference. So, but I hope Serie A will improve, and they have to.
Yes, we are. They hope, yes, to improve the Serie A tournament. And what's the hottest stadium you played in England? Oof. Or did you feel the more pressure?
All stadiums are always full. Always atmosphere is good. I was lucky that I played in Chelsea and Man United, and everywhere you play, they want to win against you, and it's always hot atmosphere.
Yeah.
So when they score against you, they always celebrate double. So everywhere I played, I was fantastic.
Can you choose one?
Old Trafford, probably.
Old Trafford.
Yeah. I was lucky that I played 5 years there, so 75,000 every game is something special. So,
the Theatre of the Dreams.
Yeah.
The nickname of the Old Trafford.
Yeah, Theatre of the Dreams.
Yeah.
It's a special feeling to play at that stadium.
Yes, and you played when you was in England in Premier with Chelsea and with Manchester United, more derbies.
Yeah.
What's the hottest derby you played?
I think Man United, Liverpool. Yeah. Man United, Liverpool.
I think Man United Liverpool is the best match in the world, like a super classico, like Boca Juniors against River Plate.
Yeah.
It's a sort of
Similar,
that match.
Similar, yeah.
Very similar. Yeah. And about derby, can you describe the atmosphere about the derby here in Rome?
Yeah, same as Man United,
same.
Liverpool. People they enjoy that day. They are very excited. Of course, that Italian people compared to English people, they are more passionate. Yeah. How I can say. That one game means more for them, which in Premier League, okay, is a derby, but you know that in next 3 days you have to play again against big team, maybe Man City or Tottenham or Chelsea yes. or Arsenal.
You can have a revenge.
Yeah, you can have revenge. So people forget very quick the last game.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Because
Here
it's a machine that here one derby means a lot. They remember 1 year.
Very difficult. What do you think about this, Roma fans?
I think they are the best in Italy, not because I play here, but what I experienced here. I see that other teams, to have a full stadium, they have to play very good. They have to have 5-6 games that they won to have a full stadium. But with us, our fans, their loyalty is fantastic. Yeah. Since I'm here, I can say that in the last year we always had more than 60,000 people at Olimpico, which is great, and I don't think any other clubs they have that.
They are very special, yeah. so special. Can you describe Nemanja Matic in 3 words?
Husband, father, taxi driver.
Taxi driver?
Yeah, I drive my kids every day.
Philip.
School, training, too much responsibility.
Okay. So he's the man, Nemanja Matic, outside the field.
Yeah, football is just one part.
But like as a football player, 3 words.
I don't like to describe myself because it's difficult. I can speak about other players, what I think, but about me, I like to let people talk. Some people can say I'm a good player. Some people can say that they don't like me as a player, but that's part.
It's impossible, Nemanja.
That's part of my job. So
it's impossible. For me, it's impossible.
I hope there is more people to say that I'm a good player. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to improve myself every day, to help my teammates, my club, to make my fans happy, and at the end of my career, we will make the conto.
In italiano ti arriva il conto. Ti arriva il conto. You consider yourself a modern midfielder? Modern?
I don't know what's modern.
I don't know.
Good player or I don't say bad player, but you have better players and a little bit worse players, and every player has his level. So I think that I reached my highest, that I did my best. Maybe in some parts of my career I could do a little bit more, but I decided also to be a father after football, after football, after training.
The life,
yeah. Maybe I could do a little bit more, but then I would sacrifice the other part. So I think that I did fantastic. I had a fantastic career, which is still going. And also I have time for family, and I'm happy.
Yes, fantastic. Who is the strongest player you faced in Premier League?
Hard question, but I have to say maybe Yaya Toure.
Yaya Toure.
Because when I came to Chelsea 2014, he was Man City at his prime, and he was a beast. Him, Aguero, they were like
fantastic midfielder.
Maybe the best players in the Premier League. And I make my debut against Yaya Toure. So debut in first 11. Before that I make debut, I played on a couple of minutes, then the next game I played in the first 11 against Yaya Toure, and I was why I didn't sign 7 days later.
But you traded the shirt, the jersey with him or not?
No,
No?
I think that game, no, I kept the shirt, my shirt. But I remember I played a good game. We won that game against Man City away, 1-0. And but I remember that playing against him was very, very hard. He was powerful. He was very strong, technically good, and
Qualities, mind.
yes, he was. He had everything, and
As you.
for me, in that seasons after that was a pleasure to play against him, to compare my quality, and that was nice experience.
But about your shirt, about the jersey, do you remember the first player you traded your jersey in your career? The first?
No, I don't remember. I don't remember. I have maybe at home 300 shirts that I swap with the players, but I don't know. I don't remember first one.
You don't remember?
No.
Okay, you are too old, so no. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Depends
I'm
for
old.
what.
I'm joking. How do you prepare the big match, Nemanja? You stay alone or with?
Nothing special. I don't have any kind of rituals. We are in a hotel normally before the match. I don't have any rituals before the game. I do my strappings.
Okay.
And waiting like this in my seat. When the coach calls us for warm up, I go.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very easily.
Yeah.
It's very easily. And you play with great midfielder. The best midfielder you play with?
It's difficult. It's difficult to say because I played with amazing players also in Benfica, Chelsea, United, now here. Maybe
if you can choose one,
I can speak about old players who don't play anymore. So it's easier like that. I played with Lampard, Essien.
Frankie Lampard.
Yes. Also with Ballack.
Michael Ballack.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
you're lucky, eh?
It's difficult. It's difficult to.
But you're so lucky.
Yeah, I'm lucky. Also, a fantastic player with me in Benfica was Pablo Aimar.
Pablo Aimar. The Argentinian player.
Yes. Little magician.
Magician.
Yes.
It's number 10, I think, Pablo.
Yes.
Aimar.
You remember.
Yes, I remember because in Argentina they said Aimar is enganche. Enganche. It's a sort of enganche between midfield and the striker.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
In that zone of field.
Number 10, old school.
Now old school, like Riquelme.
And I'm afraid today that this kind of players, they don't exist.
Juan Román Riquelme.
Yeah.
Yes, Juan Román Riquelme.
Yeah.
Yes. And tell me about your relationship with Chris Smalling, Tammy Abraham.
Yeah, good.
You play with Chris?
Yes, I play with Chris.
Yeah.
Also, Tammy make his debut at Chelsea when I played there.
I know.
He told me, "You remember when I make my debut?" I was like, "No." He was very young guy, but I remember him training with us. He was very young when I played.
Special
in Chelsea.
feeling. Yes.
And yes, we have good relation. Him and Chris, they are fantastic people. We always make a fun in dressing room. It's great to be with them, to have them as a teammates.
And the last questions. Do you like Rome?
Yeah, we really enjoy. Me and my family. My son is here behind camera. We enjoy the weather, the food, lovely people. So yeah, everything is fine.
Your son is the fan of AS Roma.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, yes.
Of course. Every time we don't win, he's crying.
So, Nemanja, we have a special surprise.
Yes.
Yes. This is, I suppose, your shirt, eh?
Yes, I see.
I see, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. You confirm that this is your jersey?
Number
You
8,
confirm? No.
Matic, yes.
Why you choose 8? Why choose
number 8.
It's 8 is a special number or
I don't know. I had 21 when I arrived here. Then Paolo called me. He was crying. Can I have 21? I said, okay, take it.
Allora, so, can you sing it? Yes,
Yeah.
because Star Casino Sport has a special request. If you can sing your shirt, we would like to give your shirt to a special fan of
Yeah.
you, and obviously a special fan of AS Roma.
Okay.
So it's a big surprise for your fan.
It's signed.
Nemanja Matic, thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a
And
pleasure.
idemo,
Idemo. Andiamo.
andiamo.
Grazie.
Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you.